To the channel, welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel, and while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Also hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you want up to 20 free stocks, Webull is going to give you up to 20 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. You put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 3 free fractional share stocks. You put $500 in that new brokerage account, they're going to give you 20 free fractional share stocks. So don't delay, act today. Get yourself down in that description box, click on that Webull link, and go open up that Webull account today. Go get that free stock, go get that free money. I will also send you a Webull tutorial video that'll walk you through how to use the Webull brokerage app. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net, second link down in the description box. Let me know that you've opened that Webull account, and I will go ahead and send you out that Webull tutorial video. Because listen, man, even though it's a pump and dump, the stock market is a pump and dump, we got some time, right? We got some time to do a few things. So I want to make sure you guys understand where I'm coming from when it comes to this pump and dump in the stock market, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this pump and dump. Every week we get a pump and a dump. So you guys know that the jobs report for April came out this morning, right? And of course, the jobs report beat expectations. So the analysts, the experts thought that the economy would add 133,000 new jobs in April. But guess what the economy did? It added 177,000 jobs. Now, it's still a little bit short of last month, because last month, you know, the economy added 185,000 jobs. So a little bit short from March, but still 177,000 jobs when you're expected to add 133. That's pretty dang on good, guys. That's pretty dang on good. But here's my problem. Soon as that happened, what did 47 do? He took credit for it. This is where the pump and dump comes in, guys. So he takes credit for the economy in April adding 177,000 jobs, but he will not take credit for GDP for the first quarter contracting to 0.3%. He won't take credit for that. He's gonna put that on Joe Biden. But he'll take credit for good news. You see what I'm saying? He won't take credit for bad news, but he'll take credit for good news. He's even went as far as saying, even if second quarter GDP is bad, it's still Biden's fault. And this is where the pump and dump comes in, guys, because what happens is every single week we get this. One day they're saying we're making progress on tariffs with China. The next day they're saying we're not making It's just all over the place. And what happens is, if you're not a long-term investor, guys, you're gonna get yourself in trouble, especially if you're short-term and you're trying to outfox the market. It's hard to outfox the market these days with the volatility and the pump and dump, right? Because the administration, in my opinion, knows that whatever they say will affect the stock market, right? So if Secretary Secretary of Treasury or whatever, what's his name? Scott Bessent, that guy. I don't know what his role is, but it's important. I think it's Secretary of the Treasury or Treasury Secretary or something like that, whatever his role is. He knows when he comes out and takes a hard line on China, that's not good news. The market typically don't like that. Why? Because the market wants to hear something to the effect that, hey, we got a deal with China. It's a deal that both parties can live with, and we're moving on. Right now, guys, what's happening is in July, August, and September, we're not going to have a lot of the things that we're accustomed to seeing and having on the shelves at Walmart, Target, your local grocery stores, and so on and so forth. Dollar General, Dollar Tree. A lot of these things, guys, that we've taken for granted, that guess where we get them from? We get them from China. A lot of those things are not going to be on the shelves. Hey, listen, 47 went as far as saying that, yeah, if you're used to getting yourself $30, well, maybe you only get 2 this year. So basically what he's saying is there's more pain coming, right? Hey, we shouldn't be worried about these little things that we're getting from China. The problem is we do worry about it because a lot of us use this stuff that we get from China, right? A lot of us use this stuff that we get from China. So again, I don't care which side you're on, guys. I'm just giving you in my opinion, the facts. The facts are, come July, August, September, which is basically the third quarter, if we ain't got a trade deal in place with China, we're going to be in trouble. One thing you got to understand, guys, when things are coming from China, especially bulk on ships in these big old cargo containers, it takes 30 days to sail from China to America, specifically California. It takes 30 days. And then when the containers get to California, let's say they're going to somewhere like New York. So when they get to California, then guess what you got to do? You either got to put them on rolling stock, which is big 18-wheelers, or you got to put them on trains to do what? Get them across the country, and that takes another 50 days, right? So right now already with those container ships still in the port in China, guess what that means? You need at least 60 to 90 days for this stuff to even get to the shelves. Now, I know a lot of retailers did stock up. They started stocking up, right? And they've bought more inventory than they really needed, but they felt like we have to do this because if we don't, we might get caught with our pants down. And some of those folks did that. Some retailers did that, but a lot of them did. See, here's what you got to think about, guys. I'm not talking about Walmart. I'm not talking about Target. What I'm talking about are small businesses. What are they going to do? What are the small businesses in America? And 95% of the businesses in America are small businesses. What are they going to do? What are all these small businesses going to do when they don't get their container in? They don't have millions and billions of dollars sitting on their balance sheet in cash reserve like the Magnificent Seven. Most companies don't have that. Again, 95% of the companies that operate here in America are small businesses. That means they have about less than $7 million in revenue or less than 500 employees. What are these companies going to do, guys? So here's the thing. This pump and dump situation is not going to stop because, in my opinion, it's all about what? Taking everything you can take and then letting the rest of the folks fend for themselves. I've been telling y'all this all along, guys, and this ain't got nothing to do with 47. This is just the way it is with the 1%. 47 just happens to be a part of the 1%. But the 1%, their whole thing is to continue to widen the wealth gap. I've been telling you guys year in and year out, there won't be a middle class. That's the whole concept here. There won't be a middle class. There'll be the ultra wealthy, and then there'll be the non-wealthy. That's what you're going to have here in America in a minute. And you can see that happening right now with what's going on with the current administration. Think about it. Everybody in 47's cabinet, I think the last time I checked, he had like 11 billionaires. Tell me one other president that has had in their cabinet 11 billionaires. And here's another thing. The majority of those folks in there come from the private sector. They come from the private sector. And I know a lot of y'all going, well, that's good because they're business owners. They're going to run this country like a business. The problem is you can't run our country completely like a business. Why? Because you got a lot of less fortunate in this country, right? So you can't run the country completely like a business, because you still part of being here in America and being the greatest country in the world is that we do take care of our less fortunate, right? We do that. We take care of our less fortunate, not companies, not the Magnificent Seven, our government. Our government takes care of the less fortunate. That's what you guys have to understand we're missing right now. Everything that's being slashed is being slashed, and who will it hurt? The less fortunate. That's who it's going to hurt. Medicaid, Medicare, slashing Social Security. Go look at all of these programs that are being slashed. Last time I checked, one that was near and dear to my heart, because I was part of that program, was Head Start. I was part of the Head Start program, guys. And it was subsidized. My mom couldn't afford to send me to Head Start. So it was subsidized by the United States government, who actually subsidized those programs. Guess what? That program is being cut. Why would that program be cut? Why? It helps the less fortunate. Why would any of these other programs be cut? They help the less fortunate. Again, guys, the 1% do not care about us building any wealth. They do not. That's the reason they're using the stock market right now as a pump and dump. That's exactly what's happening. I bet you that those 11 billionaires in 47's cabinet, I bet you if you were to make them disclose their trading activities, their brokerage accounts, what are they doing with their wealth? I would bet you not a one of them have been hurt in their pocketbook. Why would you say that, Richard? Because they got inside information. See, when you got inside information, you can make moves before the regular folk like you and me. See, you and I don't have no inside information, so we can't make no moves. We just make the move when it happened. That's not fair. That's not fair, guys. And I know some of y'all are saying, listen, man, that's just a part of being in the stock market. No. Yes. Part of being in the stock market is taking risks. But not to the point where it's being manipulated by individuals every single day. That's not part of that's not part of the normal stock market, guys. A part of the normal stock market, like it was in 22 and 23, is subject to some manipulation, but not this type of manipulation. Not the type of manipulation where someone tweets something about the Fed chair, and then all of a sudden the market gets spooked and sells off immediately. That's not the normal stock market. The normal stock market is somebody saying, hey man, DeepSeek, they created a better mousetrap that's going to ruin NVIDIA. See, that's the normal stock market. That's normal propaganda. Remember the DeepSeek propaganda that, oh my God, DeepSeek they created a brand new mousetrap that's going to be way better than the mousetrap NVIDIA has. And then guess what? NVIDIA stock and the rest of the stock market plummeted. See, that's normal stock market manipulation. This stuff we got going on right now, this ain't normal. There ain't no one person should be able to tweet something and crash the whole stock market off one tweet and then turn around the next day and say, uh-oh, sorry guys, I'm just joking. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. And then pump it. Right? No one or two people should be able to do that, guys. And that's my point about the stock market has turned itself into a pump and dump. Now, again, that doesn't mean we don't continue doing what we need to do in order to buy paper assets to do what we need to do to build wealth, right? You still got to go DCA every single day, right? You still got to go DCA every single day, every single week, every single month, and buy big boy blue chip. That's how you protect yourself from this pump and dump that's happening right now. You got to go big boy blue chip in your dollar cost average strategy, like I do. Mine is Wealth Transfer Blueprint 1.0. I go big boy blue chip. That's the only way I'm protecting myself. Today, I made a little bit of FCF. Just a little bit. Scared to death. Scared to death because listen, man, I can get in the morning on FCF in a move, that looks really good, studied the move, it's the right move, I'm in. Anybody comes out from that 47 administration and they say anything negative, it'll go in 5 minutes. I turn my head and come back in 5 minutes, it's gone. So you got to put stop losses and all this stuff, which I don't really like to do, but you got to. You got no other choice. Because if they come out and say something, anything, it boom. You blink your eye and they come out with something crazy, right? So that's where I'm coming from when I say the stock market is a pump and dump, and I'm tired of it, guys, because it is a pump and dump right now. And again, that doesn't mean I'm not going to invest. No, doesn't mean that. I'm going to continue to invest. Why? Because I understand over time, me being able to buy assets at a discount will benefit me. Short term, it's scary as heck. Long term, no problem. Because I'm going what? SPLG, I'm going FTEC, and I'm going MAG 7. So from that standpoint, I'm going to be okay because that's the way I'm going. You hear me? So from that standpoint, I'm going to be fine because I'm going long way. You know what I mean? So all I'm telling you here is, guys, is you got to do what you got to do in order to keep yourself in a position where you're building wealth. Even though it's a pump and dump, short term. Know that, understand that, and the way you protect yourself from this pump and dump is you go big boy blue chip, right? Because those big boy blue chip companies, those big boy blue chip ETFs are going to bounce back and recover much quicker than these little small companies. See, these little small companies, these little gorilla stocks that I was making a lot of money on in January and February, be careful. Because I'm telling you, with this pump and dump, manufactured pump and dump, day in and day out, it's hard for those little stocks to recover, man. I mean, it's hard for them to recover. So you just got to understand that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. You want to go gorilla stocks, go gorilla stocks. If you feel good about your plan that you can beat the pump and dump, then go beat it. Far as me, I'm going to go big boy blue chip. I was telling some of my wealth builders on my financial community on Patreon earlier this week. I said, listen, Meta and Microsoft are going to be reporting. I believe they reported on Wednesday, but I was telling them this on, I believe, Tuesday. I was telling them, I said, you know, when I say big boy blue chip, you got earnings report for these two big old gigantic MAG 7 companies, right? And guess what happened? Both of them reported on Wednesday and they went where? Up, significantly up. The last time I checked, Meta was somewhere around $600 a share, kind of north of $600 a share. And when I talked to them about this, they were in that 550 range, 545 range. Now today, I believe the last time I checked, they were in that $600 a share range. That was Meta. Last time I checked, I believe Microsoft, let me see where Microsoft was. Let me see where Microsoft is. I got my other phone here, I'm checking. Where was Microsoft? Let's see where Microsoft was. I'm just trying to make a point here, guys, when it comes down to, yeah, Microsoft at $435 a share, right? Go look at Microsoft on Monday or Tuesday of this week. Go look at Microsoft on Monday and Tuesday of this week and look at them right now at $435. What do you think? Let's go back and look at them real quick on Yahoo Finance. I'll tell you myself, because I want you guys to understand where I'm trying to come to. Even though we got a pump and dump and I'm tired of it, the way I get around the pump and dump and I beat the pump and dump is by going big boy blue chip. See, that's how you beat the pump and dump. For y'all that's, oh, golly, what do you mean? You're scared. No, I'm not. I know how to beat the pump and dump. I just go big boy blue chip. That's how you beat the pump and dump. It ain't hard. See, on my channel, I give y'all the secrets. I give you all my secrets. Richard, how do you beat the pump and dump? I beat the pump and dump by going big boy blue chip. Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia. Yeah. Alphabet, Amazon. That's how you beat it. That's how you beat the pump and dump. All right, let me look at Microsoft here real quick. Let's see Microsoft here real quick and see exactly what they're up today. Microsoft Corporation, here we go. Let's see. Now let's go over to historical data. And let's see what they were doing earlier in the week. What was that, on the 28th? On the 28th, Microsoft opened at 391. I want to say 391. Let's see here. Yeah, they opened at 391 on Monday. 391. So you'd be up a cool, what? Shoot, man, you'd be almost up $45 a share. Yeah, almost. You'd be up almost $45 a share right now had you been on it. That's my point. Had you been on Microsoft on Monday or Tuesday, you'd have been up real nice right now. Let's look at Meta real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here. Let's look at Meta. This is how you beat the pump and dump, guys. I'm giving you how you beat the pump and dump. Because I know people, oh, Ollie, that's great, but how do you beat it? I'm telling you how to beat it. Here we go. Here's Meta. Here's Meta on Monday. On Monday, Meta was, let me see if I can get Meta here on Monday. Meta was on Monday, I believe on Monday it was 546. That's what Meta was on Monday. And the last time I checked, it was, what, $597 a share? Almost up $50 a share. Not almost, up $50 a share, because it was 546. So right now it's up $50 a share. See, that's how you beat the pump and dump in the stock market. You beat the pump and dump by buying big boy blue chip ETFs or individual stocks that have a proven track record of what? Multiplying wealth, right? In good and bad times. So that's the way you beat the pump and dump. That's the way I beat it, guys. No problems at all with the pump and dump, because that's how I'm beating it. And I'm using my big boy blue chips in the short-term investment strategy to beat it. So right now, Richard, things are up. What do you plan on doing next week? Well, you know you're going to have another dump next week. I keep telling y'all guys, every week you're going to have a pump and dump. This is what this administration does, and they're getting filthy rich. So I'm going to get rich too. They getting filthy rich, guys. Those people that's running our country right now and our government, they are getting filthy rich. And I said to myself, you know something, I'm going to get rich too. I'm not going to just let them get rich. I'm going to go ahead and get rich too. Why don't I get rich too? Why let them be the only ones that get rich? I'm going to get rich too. I'm going to use their own pump and dump scheme just like they use it. So guess what I do? Now that you on the pump, see, right now we're on the pump. What do? How do you make money off of this, Richard? I wait for the dump. You know the dump coming next week because they're going to say something. I'm not saying it's going to be, you know, the Dow going to go down by 1,500 points, 2,000 points. I'm not saying that. What I'm telling you, there will be a dump. There will be a dump where, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA, all of these big companies will go down $10, $15, $20 a share. It'll be a dump. And when the dump happens, guess what I do? Snake right on in there, pick them up, and then what do I do when I pick them up? I wait for the pump. It's going to happen every week. Every week you're going to get a pump and a dump. So all you got to do, 3 things. Identify big boy blue chip paper assets that have a history of recovering quick. And I just gave you the Magnificent Seven, specifically, the 6 top Magnificent Seven companies. I'm throwing Tesla out. I'm still saying Magnificent Seven, but I ain't including Tesla. Tesla part of this. So right now I ain't buying no Tesla because they're a part of this. I'm not going to be buying no shares of no company that got a CEO that's directly harming people. I'm not doing that no more. So I'm not buying no more Tesla. Y'all can buy it all y'all want to. I'm not going to buy anymore. I'm not going to buy it anymore. Now, some of y'all might say, oh, well, golly, the other tech bros, they supporting 47 too. Well, maybe they are, but not to the extent Elon Musk has. Here's the thing that the tech brothers, and I got a laugh out of this. So I'm watching a YouTube video yesterday where 47, he gave a commencement speech, a graduation speech at the University of Alabama. And of course, 47 being 47, he just do the normal 47, right? Just say whatever he want to, whenever he want to. It could be rude, it could be whatever. He just say whatever he want to, and people just sit around and clap for it like it's normal. Like it's normal to pick at, you know, people that are different from you. It's like the things he say, people clap and applaud it like it's normal. Like, oh yeah, that's not a problem. It's crazy, right? But one of the things he said, he was talking about the tech bros. Now, you know, when he say tech bros, you know what he's talking about. He's talking about the Magnificent Seven, right? He said the tech bros. He said my first term, the tech bros wouldn't pay me any attention. Wouldn't pay me any attention in my first term. This is what he said now. In my first term, the tech bros didn't pay me any attention. He said now, the second term, they're all kissing my ass. That's what he said. At the University of Alabama, at the graduation speech, whatever they call it, the commencement address or whatever they call it. He said that right in front of these students at the University of Alabama about the Magnificent Seven CEOs. Yes, he did. Now, how do you feel you sitting in the front row at 47's January 20 inauguration? You sitting in the front row. You're tech bros now. Zuckerberg, Bezos, I believe the NVIDIA, all of them were there, right? I believe all of them were there. They sitting in the front row. All of them done donated millions of dollars to the whatever fund it is for the president when they, you know, get back into inauguration. They gave millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? Millions of dollars. Why? Because they thought they're going to get favorable treatment. And guess what he gives them? This is how he repays them. He says in front of the University of Alabama and the whole world, because you know people videoing it, the cameras are there. He said, yeah, my first term, they didn't pay me no attention. Now, the second term, they are kissing my ass. Now, how would you like to be a CEO of one of the most valuable companies in the world, and somebody come out and say that about you? That is the quote unquote leader of the free world. I don't know, man. I don't know how you feel about that one, but that to me, that just tickled me. And I said, you know something? That's good for y'all. All of y'all, that's good for y'all. All y'all Magnificent Seven guys who are supporting some of the things that are happening right now, that's good for you. It is. That's the way I look at it. And again, hey man, people can do whatever they want to do, but I'm just giving you my opinion. Once again, I'm a proud American. I love my country, but that doesn't mean I have to agree with everything the people that run my country does. And some of the things I don't agree with. Do I have a problem with you putting tariffs in place that make sense to consider? There's some thought behind it. It ain't public. It's strategic. It's done diplomatically behind closed doors without everything being in every tweet you do. Hey, I'm okay with that if you do it diplomatically. What I'm not okay with is you do something and say something that is affecting people's lives, affecting their 401ks, their retirement accounts, their brokerage accounts, affecting people's lives, then sometimes that's not okay for me, right? There were things that Joe Biden did that I didn't agree with. That doesn't mean I didn't support him and didn't support his administration. There are things that I don't agree with, not just on the Republican side, but on the Democratic side. When Joe Biden was in office, there were things he did or said I didn't agree with. But at least the guy had enough diplomatic and enough coof to not just say any dang on thing and people just sit around and act like now that it's just normal. For somebody to come out and say they kissed my ass as the president of the United States, that's just normal now. I mean, it's just normal. For someone to just attack the sitting Federal Reserve chairman who has been somebody that you actually brought in your first term, to sit there and call this guy all kind of names. in public, on Twitter, on social media is crazy to me. But again, that's just me. I don't agree with that. That doesn't mean I don't support America and I don't support America. I do. I just don't support some of the things that are being done right now in this current administration. Well, guys, there's my goal. My goal is this: continue to take care of this pump and dump, benefit off this pump and dump, make money off this pump and dump. And I plan on continuing to do that. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to wait for the artificial pump, which is we're pumping now. See, we're in the pump. That's how I made some money today in my FCF. I bought earlier in the week, and I just waited on the pump. And guess what happened today? The pump happened. So I sold. Now what will I do? I will wait till Monday or Tuesday for the next dump, and I'll buy again. And then I'll sit tight Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and wait for the pump. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do that every single week. And that's how I'm going to go ahead and make the money that I'm going to make when it comes to my short-term investment strategy, right? So, hey, man, drop some comments. Drop some comments down in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about the pump and dump, stock market pump and dump. I'm tired of it, but you know something? I've learned a way to make money off of it, so I'm going to do what I got to do. I've learned a way to make some money. So I'm going to make this money just as long as they pump it and dump it every week, which they will do, because I keep telling you, they're going to do it. They're enriching themselves. But the people who suffer the most are the least of us. That's who's suffering the most. That's who's going to suffer the most in this, is the least of us. And that's not cool, man. But again, all I can do is do my part, which is try to take care of people, help people. I can't worry about what somebody else's agenda is. I'm going to make sure I know how to profit off this stock market. I wait for the dump, buy, and then I sell on the pump. I buy on the dump, sell on the pump. That's going to happen every single week for the next who knows how long. It may do that for the next 4 years. Who knows? Who knows? It may do that for the next 4 years. And if it does, I'm going to continue to build wealth on it. I'm going to continue to build wealth on it. Well, appreciate y'all, man, for rocking with me. Let me get back out here to my daughter's track meet. She's at a track meet, and I'm out here just taking a little bit of a breather so that I can do this quick little live stream and this little video for you guys. Like I said, if you want up to 20 free stocks, Webull is going to give you up to 20 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account, right? You put $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 3 free fractional share stocks. You put $500 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 20 free fractional share stocks. First link down in the description box. Click on that Webull link. Open up that Webull account. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. www.richardfain.net is my website address. I got 10 big boy blue chip digital products that will change your financial life. That would be the second link down in the description box, which is my website link. So go click on that website link and go check out them digital products, man. They'll change your life. Thousands of you guys have already done that. Thousands of you have, and increased your financial literacy. Also, if you want to join the Wealth Builders, which is the fastest growing financial community on Patreon, here's what you got to do. You got to go to my website, and then you got to click on that join button, that membership button. It'll take you over to Patreon. Come join us. We got almost 2,000 Wealth Builders, man, in about a year. And that's the only place that I do mentoring, guys. I don't do no mentoring through emails that you send me through the website. I don't do no mentoring through emails you send me through my business website or my business email address. I don't do no coaching or mentoring through Instagram, none of that. If you want to speak with me and have a one-on-one with me, you got to join the Wealth Builders. And then when you get to the Wealth Builders, send me a direct message and let me know what your situation is, and I'll be more than happy to help you. I offer that to all 2,000 of my Wealth Builders. That's it, though. Outside of that, I'll do the videos, and that's it. If you're not willing to join the Wealth Builders and support me, then unfortunately, I can't support you. Not that way. I can support you with the videos, right? I'll support you with the videos because y'all know 365 days a year I'm going to be on here dropping nuggets and tips and best practices. Y'all already know that, right? But if you're not willing to join the Wealth Builders and become part of my family, then honestly, guys, that's where I do all my mentoring and coaching. We do live streams on the Wealth Builders every single Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, private. You got to be on Patreon, part of the Wealth Builders, in order to be able to get into that live stream. Those are the only live streams that I do when it comes to mentoring and coaching. Of course, I do live streams on the YouTube channel from time to time and edited videos, but strictly mentoring and coaching, where I'm answering questions that people are asking me, and we're building a wealth plan for them. Not that I'm some expert, but I've been doing this for 30 years, and I got to build a lot of wealth. So I like to share that knowledge with people. That's what you got to do. So if you want to be a part of that, join the Wealth Builders. Click on my website link, second link, and come join us. We'd love to have you. Well, appreciate y'all. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.